Okay, so we've been working on when we have two sounds and we put them together. Do you remember the ones we worked on last week?
Yeah.
Which ones?
Actually. CH.
What does CH say when you put it together? Shh. Think of a choo-choo train. Try it.
Choo.
Do the
Choo-choo.
So what is CH? Ch. Very good. Okay, and how about for the SH?
Shh.
Shh. And you can do the sign. Can you do the sign language sign? Shh. Very good. All right, so now we're going to do another word sort, but these ones are two sounds together. You don't say t. We're going to say a different sound. Now, when there's a T and an H together, do you know what it says? It either says f or usually this. It tickles your tongue. Say yes, just like that. Like these and those and they. Or thermometer, thorn, thumb. Okay, so we're going to be TH says th or th, and then we have WH, which says w. Can you say that? W. Can you think of a word that has the sound w at the beginning?
Wheel.
Wheel. Very good. All right, so we're going to cut these into columns, but I want to make sure first that you know what these are. So can you go through and I'm going to have you read each one of these?
Thermometer. Whip.
Can you say it a little louder? Whip.
Whip. 13. Whale. Wheel. Wagon. What is that?
It's called a thimble.
Thimble.
Does your mom sew? If there's a hole in your clothes, does she sew it up with thread? Have you ever seen her do that? Well, sometimes people that use needles, sometimes the needle pokes them in the finger. So if you put a thimble on your finger, it's metal. And so when you're using the needle, that it doesn't poke into your finger. And so we call that a thimble. Okay?
Thimble.
What are they pointing to?
Thumb
13.
Thumb 13.
Thumb 13. Okay, so now you're going to continue doing that. Let's move these out so we can see our groups. Okay?
Wheel whiskers. Thumb whiskers. Wheel whiskers. Wheel thumb. Thumb thumb. Wheel wheel. Thumb wheel. Wheel wheel. Wheel thorn. Thumb thorn. Thumb thorn.
I think we need to mix these up a little bit. There you go.
Wheelbarrow. Wheel. Thumb. Wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow. Wheel whistle. Thumb whistle. Wheel whistle. Wiggle whip. Thumb whip. Wheel whip. Wheel.
Thimble.
Thimble. Thumb thimble. Thumb thimble. Wheel weed. Thumb weed.
Wheat.
Wheat. Wheel wheat. Wheel. Thorn. Thumb thorn. Thumb thorn. Wheel, wheel, thumb wheel. Wheel, wheel. Wheel, wheel, thumb wheel. Wheel, wheel. Wheel, thumb, 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 thumb. Wheel, thermos, thumb, thermos, thumb, thermos. Wheel, whiskers, thumb, whiskers.
Okay, so now that you've sorted them and resorted them, I'm going to have you put them in your notebook. So now you're going to get practice spelling those sounds. Okay? So how many categories did we have?
2.
We had 2, which means we only need to fold our paper in half. Press that down really good. Now you don't even have to draw a line there with your pencil because it's already there. All right, so let's begin having you write the sort. The first 2 things you need to do is at the top of the paper, you need to write your categories. So go ahead and do that now. Okay, so now I'm going to have you read through those and check them, okay? What do you see is the same thing in each one of these words?
They all have TH,
Where in the word? Beginning of the word?
beginning
In the beginning of the word, okay. So what does TH say together? Excellent. Now, look at the next group. So what do you notice about the next group?
that they all have WH in the beginning of the word.
And what's the sound?
W.
Excellent. Can you go through and check your spellings on that to make sure they all start with a WH? One more time, why don't you use your finger to show? And what is that one?
WH.
Okay, wheelbarrow.
Wheelbarrow.
And this?
Thing.
Remember, it starts with the WH says W. I like how you put the I here because that says I.
Whistle.
What sound is this one?
Whip.
Yes. So what's the word?
Whip.
Excellent. Now let's take a look at this one.
Forgot something.
What did you forget?
The H.
Oh, okay. How'd you know it was supposed to be an H there?
Because
What's the rule from this group?
they all have to start with a WH.
WH.
I could send it out.
Okay, so what does WH make at the beginning of the word?
What?
Excellent. Okay, so right now what you're doing for your word study is you're going to do word detective. That means you're going to go in a book, a real book, and see if you can find any words that might follow this rule or this rule. What's the title of this book?
The three pigs.
The Three Pigs. Now, do you notice anything about those words in the title? Do any of those words match up with our words, our sounds? Okay, which words do you see?
The and 3.
And what do they start with?
TH.
What sound does that make? World, to seek their fortune, the first pig decided to build a house, and he built it out of straw. Are any words on that page that you notice may start with f or w?
Straw.
Where do you see that?
Right there.
Stir. That's stir. Do we have any groups on our paper that stir in? No. Is there anything else on this page you might find that might have either the th or the w? Oh, I found one. There.
There.
Whee! What are they doing here?
They made a paper airplane.
And they're flying with it. What did the top pig say?
Whee!
I like that expression. So look at how that word is spelled in the first sound. What do you notice?
It's a WH.
And say the word again.
Whee!
And so what sound does it start with?
WH.
Not the letters. What sound does it make in your ear?
Whoa.
Whoa.